What I saw here was this confluence of what's happened in the world, this dramatic change in how business is getting done, and how eXp was positioned to say that's a magic moment.
You have so much knowledge from having that ownership ability of that franchise model in that traditional commercial real estate brokerage to also being part of one of those that was so innovative in its time, ahead of the curve. And to be able to have seen, what we were doing here at eXp Commercial, and within moments, and when I say that, I mean moments, people immediately knew this needed to be your new place for commercial real estate. And I want you to touch on that a little bit. I know you have just touched on a lot of it, but seeing what was put forth and that moment of like, was it just like light bulb went off, or was it more like, well, duh, I'm on board? I mean, you tell us.
So yeah, since I've been on this second stage of a journey, I have been able to see and talk to every firm, unlike I was when I was running
an AI
competitive company. So you sort of have a different level of perspective and relationship with the industry. And, I've seen all the different models. I've seen many residential firms try to get into the commercial market. I've seen many different firms try, come up with ideas to revolutionize, and I just would say, good luck. It's not going to happen because they just didn't have the right vision, leadership, or strategy. And what I saw here was this confluence of what's happened in the world, this dramatic change in how business is getting done, and how eXp was positioned to say that's a magic moment, where you have a world that is figured out a way to work virtually, and every other platform is stuck with leases and multiple managers and multiple layers of overhead and cost that they cannot get out of. And you have this lean, nimble platform that can grow, and it can leave all the money to the people that are doing the work.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so I said, well, that's got to work. And I know so many agents over time that have basically said, I don't need all of this other stuff. What am I paying 50% for, or 40 whatever percent for? And some people need that, and that's great. Some people need a desk, they need a cocoon, they need to work in that environment, and they need to be fed from a machine. And a lot of the success of those other companies, they're great companies in the industry. They work well, but I saw this as a fascinating platform, a fascinating opportunity, and a clean slate to build something new and different, and to do some of the things that I envisioned in the past that we weren't able to execute on, that maybe here now we can. So pretty excited to participate and provide whatever level of support I can.
And Jeff, that's the exciting part. We're all friends with each other. I say it's just wearing a different jersey. When we meet with each other in conference, we just buy each other drinks, share stories, because, when I came from Marcus to my own firm to another franchise firm, right? Still staying friends, still staying polite, because we're all here in the commercial real estate industry, but we all kind of know, and tapping into leaders and, veterans and people of experience with like yourself, we know what do we need to do to build this new company, this new platform using technology, right? And everything else that we want to do, how can we do it? And I know for you, it's more, this is your last hurrah. This is leaving a legacy. This is leaving another legacy for you to really show, right? What can you do? What can you build? How can you do it? Make a major impact, like a lot like Amazon, Uber, and all those companies that has disrupted and changed the way those other industry businesses done. I think you see at eXp Commercial and eXp, what we can do here is to revolutionize and change the commercial industry.
Yeah, I think the industry is ripe for transformation. I think that the marketplace is always looking for something that is new and different, and that enables the the client service to be at the highest level, and to be able to make the move now in a transitional environment is what's very interesting. Again, I think that there's a lot of great competition out there. All the people that we've all you mentioned and you've done business with in the past are great companies, but they're different. And so each one has its niche, each one has its place where it will shine. But this one is, I think, the most empowering for the entrepreneurially oriented professional, the one that wants to go out and build their own business. Because what's magic here is that within this fabric of a framework of a company, you can have hundreds of businesses spawned.
Yeah.
And so it's not just one company. It's, I can build my company, Jim can build his company, Stephanie can build hers, but it's all part, and it all relates, and it all leverages one another for mutual benefit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jeff, with the new people coming into the business, what is your outlook, seeing, over the past several months, being one of our core members and our advisor, and what we've done with education and training? A new person coming into the business, or somebody that maybe has focused on residential and now really wants to get into commercial. What do you see at eXp Commercial to truly coming from your side, in your opinion, of the education and the training model we have against some of the other brokerages, since you have experienced so many others out there?
Well, I would say that there are some great brokerage firms that have outstanding management and that have invested the time in recruiting and training to build successful operations. They are an outlier. There's a few of them, and there's a handful of them, and they're great. There's most that say, "Hey, Jim, why don't you come over to my company? There's a desk, there's a phone, good luck. And when you're ready to cash a check, let me know." And that's the majority, it seems, that there's a lot like that. Just there are places to hang your hat and do your business. And if you just, and what eXp has is not just a place to hang your hat and do your business with the ability to make the most money, but you've done an incredible job of structuring the training and the mentorship. So it's not just training, but it's forward-looking placement within a framework to assure success. So that not only say, we'll teach you, we'll give you the fundamentals that you need, we'll give you all the tools that you need, but now pick from this list of experts in different areas, and they want to help you. So you've got different people that you can tap into, so you're not left alone, not left to your own devices, and you're able to partner dynamically, as you will, or structurally, if you want to grow and build your business until you're saying, "I'm ready to fly, and I'm ready to do it on my own," and that's great. So a lot of times people get stuck in an organizational hierarchy that they can't break out of, and they're going to get their little crumbs on a deal where they say, "I'm ready to get my own meat. I need to get the lion's share," and it's hard to break out. So I think that the sort of this flat model that you have that enables people to team and partner how they want, but given the sort of the corporate tools and that schedule of training that you have, it's hard to do if you're a 5 or 6 or 10 person, 15 person. Most of the industries like that, 5 to 15 person shops. They can't invest in all of that. They can't deliver all of that, and you can do it for your hundreds and thousands of agents, and do it with the top quality and best trainers in the market, and keep growing. So I would think that it's going to, you've started your university, you've done a few of them, and I can only imagine what it's going to be like in the future as more and more people and more levels will be built, right? So you've got sort of the basic training, and then you'll have more advanced. And now what you're doing, which I think is fantastic, is these specialty practice lines. So you not only have sort of the general training, but you're going to have the expertise and the I would call it more best practice training for multifamily or logistics or tenant rep, or on and on and on, all these different dynamic groups that are being created.
And Jeff, thank you so much. And I know